Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. Today we're going to do a very easy dish that is so delicious. You're going to wonder, why am I not making this every week? Anyway, we're going to make au gratin potatoes. It's so simple in the Foodi. Let me show you how we're going to do it. Alright guys, this is a very easy ingredient list. You're going to need your salt and pepper. You already know what I'm going to use. You're going to need a half of a large onion, or if you don't like onion, no onion. I prefer yellow gold, so 8 medium-sized yellow gold potatoes. You're going to need some milk. We're going to use some fat-free today. You can use whole if you like. You're going to need 2 cups of your favorite cheddar cheese. And you're going to need a little flour and some water. And believe it or not, that's it. It's going to make the greatest au gratin potatoes you've ever had. Let's do a little prep work. We're going to cut some onions and we're going to cut some potatoes. We got 8 potatoes here. And we're going to cut these au gratin style, which is a little thinner than scallop style. Scalloped is a little thicker of a cut, so we're going to go about like that. And if you got a mandolin, make your life easy. I don't really need one. I can make short work of these. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put these directly into our Ninja Foodi pot. I don't need to go anywhere else with them. And yes, I am leaving the skins on because I got yellow gold and they have a very thin skin. And we like the skins around here. Skins are where all the flavor is, all the vitamins, all the goodness. Okay, now that is a fair amount of potatoes. Is that enough for one dish? Yeah, I think it is. I might do one small one. I think I'll do this little guy right here and then we'll call it. Meaning we're going to leave these undone because I just got enough. Several of those were pretty good size. Go ahead and get your onion going. I've got a white onion here. Has a little bit of sweetness to it. All right guys, we'll just keep it live for you. Got a cup of water already ready here. And I might have a little too much potato in there for a cup, so I'm gonna get another cup, maybe put half of it in. It's important when you're pressure cooking to have enough water. You don't want to have not enough because when you're done and there's no water in the pot, that's not a good thing. It's about a cup and a half. You know what? I'm going to go with the full 2 cups on that one. We're going to drain it anyway when we're done. Let's hit it with a little seasoning and we'll re-season later. Just give it a little bit there. Go ahead and pop on your pressure lid. Make sure your valve is right to the left. That's seal. That's vent. That's seal. Okay. Power up. Pressure on. Set her to high. And you might want to look at this twice. 1 minute. Okay. 1 minute. I'm going to go 2 minutes. Only because I put a little extra potato. I've got a extra person that's going to be eating, so I put a little extra in there. So I'm going to go 2 minutes, but I'm going to put it in the recipe as 1 minute. All right guys, let's talk about times a little bit and natural pressure releases and things like that. Typically, I do a quick release, but I wanted to mention if you've got a thicker cut of potato, or you've got extra potatoes, or somebody just likes their potatoes a little softer, you can do a natural, meaning don't do anything. So the longer you leave it under pressure, the softer the potato is going to get. So I have some little extra potatoes in here this time, and we're going to demonstrate that for you. Normally, like I said, when this gets to 0, I'm going to release. But this time, I'm going to go 1 minute longer, which means it's going to be a total of 3 minutes under pressure. And, you know, I don't know what to say about that, except this is just due to experience and experimentation. Do it one way one time, do it another way another time, jot it down, you know, in your recipe list for the next go round. Do this, don't do that. All right, guys, when you get that natural done, grab whatever's handy other than your finger and release that pressure. Please wait for your button to drop. There it went. You can probably hear that click. And now it is safe to remove the lid. And what I like to do is to rock it a little bit. There's condensation under there. And then I'll flip it to keep any water in it. And I'm going to make a run for the sink. And I'll set it over on the counter. And then we'll get back to business. Let's remove the potatoes. Just the right softness. Any softer and I might be having mashed potatoes. So that's perked out just about perfect for what I'm after here. Liquid was great. I've got very little liquid left, but I did not run it dry. So that was 2 cups to that amount of potatoes was perfect. I got 3 tablespoons of butter, which you can't see. There it is. 3 tablespoons of butter. Go ahead and turn your Foodi onto sear saute. Bring your temperature down to medium. Crank it up. That butter will melt fast. You can put extra butter in. It is not going to hurt. I'll show you. I'm going to put another tablespoon in. 3 or 4. Either way. I'm going to add that fat, and it is going to be some kind of good. All right, once your butter's melted, it's time for 3 tablespoons of flour. We're going to add this in a little at a time. We're making basically we're making a little roux here. Keep it stirred. Don't let your flour burn. The butter will absorb it. Take 2½ cups. And you don't want to just dump this. This milk is cold and this pot is hot. So I'm just almost tempering it. We're just sizzling it down in there. And I know my hand's all in the way and you can't see what I'm doing, but there you go. Get a little in there. Wait for that sizzle to come back. Add a little more. Wait for that sizzle to come back. And the Foodi on saute is going to come back to that sizzle really fast. For me, that is pretty good. I'm going to power it off. Get my spoon out of the way. Get my pot holders and I'll back it up so you can see what I'm doing or getting ready to do. And guys, just be super careful here. This thing is boiling hot, literally. There you go. We're going to give this a little mix. Make sure all the liquid is everywhere it's supposed to be. If you want to re-season again, this is the time to do it before you get the cheese on. And for presentation purposes, what I like to do is push it to the corners, kind of smooth it out. That way when people cut into it, it's like a casserole almost. Just flatten it out across the top until it looks all purty, like that. Is that the easiest au gratin potatoes you've ever seen? Let's make them au gratin right now. There is a multitude of cheeses you could go for at this point. All up to you guys, but we're gonna go traditional sharp cheddar cheese. This is 3 cups. We only need about 2. Again, much or as little as you want. I'm just gonna go for it here with my hand. Totally guesswork. And this is so hot, this cheese is gonna start melting right away. So I like to fill in my edges. Now, doing it my way, it's going to take a few minutes for that cheese to melt. I can pop it in the oven under broil for about 5 minutes or less, and get that not burnt cheese, but you know what I'm talking about, that clunky cheese on the top, you know. Had I done this in the Foodi, I could have left it in there and cool. I could have even thrown on the top of the Foodi on air crisp and done it, and that is an excellent way to do it. But like I said, I'm about to cook something else in here. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll get my next recipe out. You can see what I am cooking next. I'm kind of doing a whole big meal here on this one. Sometimes I just do one individual thing. And guys, that's it. I am not going to dig into that like I usually do and taste it. I don't need to. I've cooked it before. I know it's fantastic because this is part of a dinner for a big family tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give this one a try. It really is easy, it is inexpensive, and it is a lot of food. This is going to serve 6 to 8 people easily, maybe even with some leftover. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave me comments, share the video, and I will see you guys soon, very soon.